flash on! It's recording, but the flash is on!
Hello everyone, and welcome to my sort of vlog thing. So I've tried so many times to make a vlog for my time here, and it's just not worked. So this is my last attempt to make an initial vlog. So a little bit about me. I am Lishika, or Sleeping Gaius, and I am studying at the University of Regina in Saskatchewan. It's only for a semester, my final semester of college, but yeah, it's been pretty crazy so far. So I'll start at the beginning. The beginning of the trip. I had 3 flights to get me from Nashville to Regina. And I had to drive from Johnson City to Nashville first, which was like a 6-hour drive or so. So that drive was interesting, and I'm sure that the first video the first little clip that you saw at the beginning of this vlog was actually a video my sister took while we were driving. She was trying to record the way that the lights reflecting off of the signs were kind of mirrored in the road, because it was so wet and rainy, and it was a cool effect. But because it was so dark, my phone automatically wanted to turn the flash on regardless of it being a video. So that was fun. But anyway, so I got to the airport and got checked in and all that stuff. Got on the plane, and it went okay. So I had a cold when a few days before I left, and I still had it when I was flying. And having a cold and a stopped up ear and flying is not a good combination. So it wasn't the most enjoyable trip, but it was the first time I'd ever flown. So it was really cool, despite the pain. Despite the pain in my ear, it was really cool. So I have a video of takeoff and some pictures that I'll put up on screen right now. But yeah, so when I flew from Nashville to Toronto first, but it was incredibly cloudy and you couldn't see anything during the flight. So the first time I got a glimpse of Canada was when I was descending, and we were about to land and all that stuff. So I go from wet, rainy Nashville to completely snow-covered Toronto, and it was I didn't have any gradual change. It was just, it's rainy, it's cloudy, and then snow everywhere. So it was really cool. And then I hung out in the Toronto airport for a while until my next flight from Toronto to Winnipeg. And this one was a little longer than the first one, but none of the flights were too long in themselves. And so, it was okay. And then went from Winnipeg to Regina. And when I landed in Regina, I had been awake for probably 30 hours or so, and I was exhausted, and I felt I felt so gross, I desperately needed a shower, and a change of clothes and everything. And then I find out that they misplaced my luggage, so I didn't have any clean clothes to change into, and I was upset and everything. But eventually I filed a claim, and I was like, hey, I need my package. And they're like, yeah, we know where it is, it's just not here. So they had it sent out to me, but it took a few days to get to me. But anyway, so I went to the hotel, and they had laundry service, which was nice, so I was able to get my clothes cleaned, and so I didn't have to wear dirty clothes. But the hotel was like really, really nice. It was like fancy, super fancy. So I have a picture of the view from my window. It looked out over, I believe it's called Victoria Park. And then they had breakfast in the morning. It wasn't, I had to pay for the breakfast, but it was like, I had a cold and I was like exhausted, so I was like, what, I'm just going to pay for this breakfast. So I got this wonderful breakfast. And then, I explored the hotel a little bit. I might put up some video of me walking around because it was really nice inside. But then I left the hotel, and because I still had a cold, I decided to go to a drugstore to get some cold medicine. So I went to, I believe it's Shoppers Drug Mart, something like that. It's like basically the equivalent of a Walgreens. So I went there and got some cold medicine, and then from there I took a taxi to the school, and I got in my room, and I just crashed. Like, it was maybe noon, but I was so exhausted. I just fell asleep. I didn't have any blankets or anything, or pillows or anything like that, but I fell asleep. And that night they brought me my luggage, and so I unpacked and everything, and then the next day I decided I was going to go to Walmart to get some like bedding and stuff for my laundry and all kinds of things that I needed. And so I was like, what, I'm just going to walk. And it was only like 30 degrees outside when I decided to go for this walk, so it wasn't too cold. So, I wasn't in danger of getting like frostbite, but it just took about an hour and a half to get there. And then I got all my stuff, and I decided I'm going to take the bus back because I don't want to walk again. So I had my first experience with the bus system, and the buses here are so much like more efficient, I'd say, than what I'm used to in Johnson City. Like the buses seem to go faster, like they don't. Okay, so they have two doors. So they have one door in the front where people get on, and then a door in the back where people get off. So you don't have to wait for people to get on and off, and like you do in Johnson City. And it's just like, it just seems so much more efficient than what I'm used to. So I took a bus and got back to the school, and then for the next day I didn't really do anything until orientation. So orientation was the Monday before classes began, and I met so many incredible people. So I met people from all over the world, like a bunch of people from Mexico, from Brazil, from France, from Finland, from Italy, and it was amazing, seeing all these different people and like getting to know them, and it was so cool. So I went through orientation, and then I had a few people that I kind of clicked with, and over the next few days I actually started to build a friendship with those people. And so I found, so I have 2 cats at home. I'll put up some pictures of them. But I had only been away from them for maybe a week, but I was already missing them. And I found out that there's a cat cafe in Regina. So I decided to go to this cat cafe, and I invited some of the international students along with me. And one person decided to go with me, and we had a wonderful time. And so the person that went with me, her name is Agnese. She's from Italy, and she's super, super cool. And she's kind of like my go-to friend here for now. Because we both are the only ones from our country at at the University of Regina. So I guess that's kind of one of the reasons why we clicked. But anyway, so Cat Cafe was amazing. I'll put up some pictures of the cats. And then I think it was like 2 days later, I decided to invite Agnese to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Heritage Center. And so we go over to the bus stop, and like a ton of other exchange students are there, and they're like, oh yeah, we're all going to the legislative building. And so we decided to join them. And so this group of like 25, 30 internationals go to the legislative building. And the tour guide was like kind of shocked because there were so many internationals, and then there were only 2 people that were actually from Canada there. It was really cool though, and I'll put up some pictures of me there. This is where I took a picture of me with Canadian flag. I was so excited. But yeah, and then afterwards, I decided to go to this little cafe. It's called Coney Island Poutine Cafe because I'm in Canada. I have to have poutine. So me and Agnese and another friend from France, we all decided, okay, instead of waiting 30 minutes for this bus to arrive, we're just going to start walking, and eventually we'll stop at a bus stop and, take a bus the rest of the way. Well, we didn't actually stop at another bus stop. We walked the entire way there. It was really cold, and we were enjoying each other's company, but by the end we were all like, oh my gosh, let's get inside, please. But that was exciting, getting to know more people and all that kind of stuff. And then the next kind of adventure that I had I went ice skating with the exchange students, and it was really fun. We had Tim Hortons, and so I'll put up some pictures of me holding one of the cups because I'd never had it before. But it's like a staple Canadian place. Like you can't be in Canada and not go to Tim Hortons. So I was excited for that. And then so I'll put up some pictures of me ice skating, and I fell so many times, but it was a lot of fun. So that's kind of what I've done, but more about my thoughts and about Canada and like maybe some differences. But one thing that I have to say, even though it might be a little stereotypical, like everyone is so nice. Like I haven't met a single person that's been in a bad mood. Like they're just all so incredibly kind, and it's so. I can't think of another word than nice. It's so nice, like being surrounded by kind people, and it's wonderful. Also, the money is so much fun. It's colorful, and it's just, we've got this drab green stuff in the U.S. and they've got like all kinds of colors. But yeah, I'll continue to talk about my thoughts and experiences, like as I put out some more vlogs. This is just kind of me playing catch up for the 20-ish days that I've been here and haven't been able to vlog because I didn't have enough room on my phone to actually record more video. So overall, I'm just like so happy that I'm here. Like I wouldn't have, being here, I can't have imagined being happier in somewhere else. Like I'm just, it's almost unbelievable that I'm here, and like sometimes I find like these little tiny reminders. It's like you're in Canada, and it's so cool. It's just a wonderful experience, and I hope to have so many more adventures. So this is kind of, the end of the vlog for the first vlog. But I'll definitely have many more, and they'll be different than this. I'm gonna do more recording while I'm actually out doing things now that I'm able to. So the remainder of the vlogs that I put out will be a lot different than this one. This one's just kind of like me trying to catch up from where I haven't been able to actually record for a while. But yeah, so thank you so much for sticking with me on this long rant of mine. And I look forward to, the next vlog. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.